Hey, what's going on, guys? Marvin here. Welcome back to another Q&A video. Sorry, I'm looking a little homeless right now. I just got done with a workout, but I wanted to do another Q&A for you guys since I haven't done one in a couple weeks, and I know all of your guys' questions are kind of piling up. So I'm just going to bust out a quick Q&A video for you guys, but it has a ton of questions that you guys have been asking me. Also, before we start, like I mentioned a few videos ago, I have a free Facebook group. A ton of people are trying to join the private Facebook group, but those are only for my students. But I have a free Facebook group for you guys down in the description. You can also find my Facebook page if you want to show me a like. Also, my Instagram if you want to follow me and see kind of my day-to-day. Starting to post there pretty much daily, so if you guys want to follow me on there, then make sure to follow me on there. And then also, if you guys like my content and you guys aren't really seeing that much of me because I'm posting once a week or twice a week is the goal, but a lot of times it's once a week. My wife and I are starting a vlog channel. She's been wanting to start like a family vlog channel for a while. So if I have that created, then it will be in the description. So just make sure to subscribe to that channel. So if you guys want to see a little bit more of me on there and, see my family and everything, get to know us a little bit more and then see more of my, my day-to-day, then you guys should follow us on there. We'll probably post on there once or twice a week, and we'll see kind of how the audience reacts to, our frequency. But hopefully some of you guys will subscribe and follow us on there, because here is mainly, very tutorial based. This is step number 1, this is step number 2, and this is how it goes, So I can't really, there's only so much I can do on here, right? And that's more very easy and free-flowing kind of content that we can post. All right, so let's get started with this Q&A now that we've got all that out of the way. All right, so this first question is, do you recommend buying from liquidators or closeouts? Once you start looking for suppliers, you're going to run into a lot of liquidators and a lot of closeouts. Now, I don't recommend liquidators or closeouts for Amazon, but if you want to get into it, maybe you can sell those products on eBay. But some suppliers that are legitimate will have closeouts at one point or another. A closeout's pretty much just going to be, they have their last remaining units of that certain product in the marketplace, and they're going to buy all of them, and then they can offer it to you as a closeout deal. Doesn't mean they're not a legitimate supplier, but when somebody specifies in just closeouts, that's a little different than a legitimate supplier getting a closeout deal. All right, this is another one from Greg. Do you go on a product listing with Amazon if you know you can undercut them on price and still make a profit, or that's a bad idea because they have the capabilities of going lower than on price each time? So you can jump on Amazon if you know that they're sharing the buy box. If you don't know how to look for that, then check out the video right here that I go over and show you. Here, I don't know where it's going to be, but I show you exactly how to determine whether Amazon's going to share with you or if they're not, okay? So you definitely want to know that information before you just jump on the listing. Doesn't mean you can't jump on the listing with Amazon. Just means you want to know that, yes, I can undercut them and I will win the buy box, or yes, I can match them and I'll win the buy box. All right, this is from Shalette. Hi, Marvin. I purchased a product that comes in variations of styles, but are all similar products that have the same BSR. Unfortunately, the item that I purchased 400 units of is not the style that sells at a fast rate. How do you determine which item is a top seller with the lowest BSR? So it's funny that you asked me this, because I actually just stopped one of my students from making a purchase similar to this. When you buy my course, I double check all your products if you want me to, whatever products you want. So they sent me a link to the product that they wanted me to check, and it was a very similar situation to this. Now, what you need to look for, and it's not on all the listings, and not all the listings are like this, but if you go on a listing and you're trying to buy a variation, look for something that looks like this, okay? And if it says this, then you don't know which product is going to be the fast seller or the slow seller, because you may be, going through all the variations and all the keeper graphs look very similar. That's because it's going off the best selling one. Variations are very tricky, so you want to make sure that you know exactly what you're buying. And if you don't know and you still want to get into this product, then just do a test order. Buy a small amount of units and see if this one's selling well, or you can kind of gauge how many units it's going to sell a month. After you do that, then you can buy a larger amount. But unfortunately, you bought 400 units and you didn't know what to look for. So try to go on multi-channel fulfillment and sell some products on eBay and other channels like that to just get those products moving. But yeah, next time you guys run into variations, look for something that looks like this, and hopefully that helps you guys out. All right, Vladimir, should I steer clear of products that Amazon doesn't provide any background data for? If Keepa doesn't give you any information, like it's a new release or a new product or a pre-order, yes, I would stay away from that until you see how it's going to perform. I also did a video on this if you want to check it out, where I go more into detail. It's going to be linked right here or here, wherever the hell the card goes. But I go over detail if what I think about pre-orders and what I think about products that don't have any data, because there's just too many unknowns. Amazon can jump on the listing, newbie sellers could jump on the listing. Big sellers could jump on the listing. The price could go drastically down after your purchase, after you purchase that product. There's just too many unknowns when you don't have the data. That's why it's important to go off of the data every single time. That's what the data is there for, to give us enough information so that we can make a good buying decision. So we're not just guessing left and right, okay? All right, this is from Dwanga Doodle. What are your thoughts of suppliers charging a fee to ship to Amazon? Have you experienced this and find that it's worth it in some cases? If your supplier's charging you a fee, that's no big deal as long as, you know, your products that you're getting are more profitable than it's going to offset, you know what I mean? So if you're buying a product, you know, you're going to make $10 a unit and they're charging you, you know, 20 cents a fee per unit, then as long as it makes sense to purchase those products, then yeah, by all means. And I also want to give Dwanga Doodle, God, dude, you got to get a different name, a shout out just because he left a comment that he just placed his $400 order. Big shout out to you for super helpful content. Always answer my questions here in the comments. Okay. Free information right here. This dude already sent in his $400 order. Just based off some of the info that I give here on the channel. So not saying that my free information is better than some courses out there, but you know, this guy. But that's amazing, you know, just getting all the free information and then you go and purchase your order. That's incredible. I'm glad I could help. Oh, damn. Oh, Maria! All right, Maria, you asked a ton of questions. I answered a few of those in the comment section just because there were so many. No issue. You can ask as many questions as you want. I will answer them when I can or on these Q&As. But I know you were looking more specifically for this question. You asked it a couple times about, you know, how can you limit the amount of units people see that you have in inventory so people can't spy on your inventory? It's super simple. When you go add a product in your inventory, you're going to have the advanced options feature. You know, you're going to put your SKU, you're going to put the price, the amount, all that stuff that you do when you add a product. And then on the right-hand corner, it's going to say advanced or advanced view or something like that. Click on that and you can set your limit for how many purchases a person can do at one time. So they can only order 10 units of this product or only order 5 units of this product. So that when people go and try to spy on your inventory to see if you're about to run out of inventory, they can only see 5 or 10 units, okay? All right, this guy's asking, how long does it take to get approved or denied? I'm assuming you're asking about the ungating process. I've never waited longer than 48 hours, and even 48 hours was pretty long for me. I usually get an answer within a couple of hours, maybe 24 hours, but it usually doesn't take longer than that in my experience. I've heard people say it takes, you know, a week, 2 weeks, but in my experience, it's very, very fast. So I don't know how much it's gonna be for you, but it could be pretty quick. So thank you, Marvin, in regards to distributors shipping directly to Amazon. I read an advice online against it, and to put your own barcode on your products, then ship it to Amazon to avoid getting mixed up with other sellers, possibly counterfeit products. What your take on this? No, you should absolutely send your products directly to Amazon. That's the ideal situation where you can get a product from your supplier, not have to see it, not have to touch it, not have to prep it, and you ship it directly to Amazon and let them handle the rest. Amazon isn't going to mix your products up with counterfeit goods. If anything, they'll just lose your products, which happens to me all the fucking time. I don't know if that happens to you guys, but it happens to me all the time. They're always losing my products, but it's no big deal because they're just going to reimburse you for it, okay? But I've never heard of them mixing up, you know, somebody's products with counterfeit products. This just doesn't make any sense. I've never had an issue with Amazon mixing products with counterfeit products. Never heard of anybody else having an issue with this, with what you're talking about here. So I would say just ship them directly to Amazon. That's what I've done with thousands and thousands of products, and I've never had an issue. All right, so I wanted to end on this one with Nick Flipoff. So how big could someone scale an Amazon business selling relatively smaller brands, but products that have good sales, versus someone who is able to open accounts with bigger brands such as Nike and Apple? I've heard it's a rookie move to try and work with suppliers who you can find on Google, that basically big brand accounts are not able to be found through Google, and most suppliers of the more serious brands are not accepting applications anymore. I'm just about to get started in wholesale and I don't have the experience in it, but that statement didn't make sense to me. I just wanted to hear your thoughts around this topic. So Nick is pretty much asking, how big of a business could you build with small, lesser known brands versus working with big distributors? Now, you aren't going to be able to go to brands like Nike, Apple, and buy from them directly. You're not doing that. What you're doing is you're going to distributors that have the brands that you want, and then you're going to buy from them because they're buying the brands that you're interested in at a much, much larger quantity so they can get much, much larger discounts. So then you go and you buy the already discounted products, right? But I'm assuming you heard somewhere that you can't find good suppliers on Google. and that big brands aren't opening up accounts with new sellers. Look, my take on this is that there's always going to be those people that say, you can't do it this way, you can't do it that way doesn't work, that way doesn't work. They're either selling you their method, or they tried it for a day or a few hours and it didn't work for them, so now it doesn't work, right? Same people that complain about wholesale doesn't work, or private label doesn't work, or arbitrage or affiliate marketing, they complain, no, that business model doesn't work. Yet you see all of these other people building these businesses around a wholesale, private label, affiliate marketing, because they stuck with it, right? You're always going to find these people that just say it doesn't work because it didn't work for them, because they didn't put the effort in, because they didn't know what they're doing, and they didn't try hard enough, right? You can make any method work as long as you don't give up. As long as you continue to work towards it, you'll figure it out. I found a bunch of suppliers using the Google method that I still purchase to this day. I still use them and purchase orders every single month. And I found them using Google. Now, I showed you guys how to use Google properly, because a lot of people will just go into Google and they'll say wholesalers, brand wholesalers, name brand wholesalers, wholesalers for Amazon, stuff like that. And that stuff doesn't work. You have to use distributor or manufacturer. If you guys don't know how to do that, then just check the description. I have a link and I show you exactly how to do it. That method does work. Like I said, the people that are saying that method doesn't work are trying to sell you something, or it just didn't work for them. So they're complaining and they're going to fucking throw a fit that it doesn't work for them, okay? It works. Trust me, I know. My students know. My students go from not even knowing what FBA is in 2019 to making their first sales because they follow what I tell them, okay? It works. And I shared with you the Google method. I shared with you, other methods, and I share with you how to make this work. It's very easy for people to go and say, this doesn't work, you should do this, what I'm doing. Or this doesn't work because I tried it and I failed. That's very easy to do. It's very easy to complain and say things don't work. It's a lot harder to show people exactly how to do that. And the goal here on this channel is to show you how to build your own wholesale business. I give you guys step-by-step information about how to grow your wholesale business, because it's a lot harder to do that than just, I could easily be like, this doesn't work, affiliate marketing doesn't work, private label doesn't work, dropshipping doesn't work. They all work, guys, but it's easy to say it doesn't, right? It's a lot harder to teach people how to do it. So hopefully that answers your question. Everything still works, okay? You can still go to brands and open up accounts with them. You can go to small brands, you can go to medium brands, you can go to large brands. Large brands, I'm not talking about like Under Armour, Nike, Apple, stuff like that. You're not gonna be able to open up brands with them. And if somebody says that they're an Amazon seller and they open up an account with Nike, Under Armour, Apple, they're lying to you, okay? That doesn't work like that. Go to distributors for big brands. For medium to smaller brands, then just go directly to them and start opening up accounts with them. But just keep going. You're gonna figure it out. You're gonna make it work as long as you just don't give up. But those are just my 2 cents of inspiration. You guys can do whatever you want. But if you guys want to learn how to build your own wholesale business, which I think is the absolute simplest way to build a business in 2019 and to build a business on Amazon FBA, then just make sure to subscribe, follow the channel. And if you guys want more of a step-by-step where I take you from step 1 to the end step and show you exactly how everything works, exactly how many suppliers you need, exactly how to find suppliers, and all of that good stuff, then I do have a course linked down below. And I also have a free training if you're not ready for the course, where I show you how to find suppliers, I show you how to find the best products and stuff like that. So check out that free training down below if you guys want to get involved. All right, guys, so I will see you guys in the next Q&A video. Make sure to check all the resources down below in the description. Follow the next channel so that when I post, I can see some of you guys there. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video.